Good evening. I'm going to do a super fast little video to show you what I ordered from Masterbooks New Leaf Publishing Group. So this is just some of the curriculum I've ordered. I have a bunch of other curriculum. Hopefully, we just got back from vacation yesterday, which is why I sound tired. And hopefully after I get more stuff put away, I can start sorting through and see what else we have. But this just is a quick unboxing of what is in here. So, I have not opened it at all. So. Okay, first we have World Story 3, The Modern Age Explorers to the Present Day. All of this, I think all of this, at least most of this, is stuff we will use in co-op. So this is our world history text. I have 2 kids that'll be in middle school. This is what we use for our middle schoolers. We have 3 years in middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and they use World Story 1, 2, and 3. And so I have one daughter in 6th grade and one that'll be in 8th grade. And so they'll both be using this. I have another book downstairs because we've used it before. So I bought a new one for one of them, and one of them will use the old one. And this has so much good information. So it goes all the way to, let's see, what's the end of it? A little bit of church history at the end. Looks like the Berlin Wall. Let me see. Let's turn to the front here. There should be a table of contents, right? Here we go. The end of it is the change of the century, so the 2000s beginning. And it was published in, let's see, when was it published? 2018. So there's obviously been a little bit added since then, which they may add in. I don't know. The mom who teaches this is amazing. All of our moms are amazing. But so that is world history for a middle schooler. This is science. This is the teacher's guide. I actually should have, let me see. Yeah, I have 2 teacher's guides because they'll each need their own. And then I have one book. I already have one book. The teacher's guide, I'll show you in just a second, is more like a workbook. This is more of the textbook. So it has 3 individual books. These used to be published as actually individual books. At one point I had them as when it was first published. So this is the science that middle school will be doing. And you can kind of get a quick look. I will probably do some more things with it, some reviews and things. So this is the textbook, and then this teacher's guide is actually the workbook portion of it. Sorry, I'm doing this about holding my phone because that's the time and energy I have. Okay, so this is the workbook portion of it. They don't do everything in here, but it is nice to have because it does have like lab sheets. It has some just worksheets. The teacher can assign some extra worksheets, calculating volume, finding density, some scientific method ideas. And then it also has, where does it put them? Somewhere here. Okay, maybe it's in the very back. There are quizzes. Yeah, so they have quizzes that go with every, like this is like 3 or 4 lessons, and it has like a little quiz. And so sometimes the teacher will assign it, like do as much as you can on your own and then use your book or notes for the rest of it. Now, one thing to note if you're doing this with your children is the answers are in the back of the teacher guide. So you might want to pull those out if that would be an issue. Also, if you're doing this on your own, we're doing it as part of a co-op, so she'll divide up how to do it. But if you're doing it on your own, there's a really nice schedule in here. And not that you have to follow the schedule, but it breaks everything down for you so you can check off as your kid, or your kid could check off as they do each item. So it makes a great little schedule to help you stay on track and make sure your kids are getting things done in a timely manner. So that is that one. The world history does have a teacher guide workbook that you can buy with it. Our teacher doesn't use it. So science, it has more of the lab sheets and stuff, so it's a little more useful. We let the teachers choose what they want to do. And then I have Life for Beginners. So same publisher, writer here. This is plants, human body, and animals. This is what my will-be first grader, I can't believe I have a first grader, will be using. And I think it's divided into, I'm assuming 30, it has lots of lessons. Okay. So we'll have to figure out how the teachers want to divide that up. I haven't really looked at this, so I'm kind of excited. It kind of shows you how to divide it up, so that might help them. I think it'll do it over 36 weeks, and our co-op usually has 32 to 33, 31, somewhere there. Depends. We have there's a couple times of the year we only do high school and middle school, so they'll be able to kind of combine some things. So this one I actually really like this one, and then they have a earth science one, and I think those are really fun. They don't have a third one, and we have 3 years for that class. So you can see they have different animals. They have some worksheets. I'll do a little walkthrough of this later, and they won't necessarily do every worksheet in here, but it just gives them some. They'll do some hands-on things, I am sure of it. And then the history for that is My Story in the World Around Me. So last year they did My Story K. This year they're doing My Story 1. And then next year they will do Becca's kindergarten. So we do a 3-year rotation, even though it's kindergarten and first grade. So if somebody moves up early, we might have a young kindergartner who isn't ready to move to second grade. I don't know if we actually need that. That may become a discussion at the end of this year. Like, do we need 3 years, or is 2 sufficient? So this one, again, it's divided into 36 lessons. I have a review for My Story 2 up, so you can look at that. This is going to be similar to that. And you can see it just... Now, some of the things the kindergartners aren't going to be able to do, but the teachers can add things and change things. It's not set in stone the way it needs. It has to be a certain way. It's going to talk about community, which they talked about community some this year. And then they will travel to some different countries. We did this a few years ago, and it was fun. So they'll travel to some different countries and talk about that. And our teachers for all these classes do a really amazing job adding to it. So that is what I bought from Masterbooks that I knew we would need. And I hope that's just kind of a fun little way to see what I got. And coming up soon will be more curriculum videos as I dig through my boxes, which requires cleaning out my entire storage room. It's like a whole, like, if you give a mouse a cookie thing. So hope you like, I always like to see what people get. So there are some things. Thanks for joining us today. Please leave a comment if you have something else you'd like me to talk about, or you have any questions. Please hit the like button and subscribe to see more videos about what we do.